Good afternoon. It's Friday, September 22nd. We're down again at the Dungeness Wildlife Refuge looking for agates, sea glass. I found a really neat piece of blue sea glass today, one of the biggest pieces I've ever found. We did a hike down to what's called Mcdonald Creek. It's a pretty good sized creek in Sequim that runs through the city of Sequim and then dumps out in the wildlife refuge area, Strait of Juan de Fuca. Over that way is Canada. That direction is Port Angeles, and then down where those trees are sticking out is the the Mcdonald Creek Outfall, which is 2.7 miles from the parking lot at the Dungeness Wildlife Refuge. My wife up ahead, she doesn't like being on video, as I've mentioned. These are the beautiful bluffs that are all eroding. You've got to stay away from the edge of these bluffs because they're unstable. Anyway, it's about a 4.5 mile round trip from the parking lot down to the base of the Dungeness Spit, and then if you go to the left you walk towards Mcdonald Creek, but it has to be done at low tide, otherwise you'll get trapped down here. As you can see, all this driftwood and stuff, there's lots of stuff to walk around. Anyway, wasn't planning on doing another video, but wife talked me into coming down here one last time before we leave. We're actively loading our motorhome and we're leaving on Friday next week. So that's pretty exciting. We'll be heading towards Salem, Oregon. Yeah, these cliffs, you can see how this stuff erodes. Probably not the smartest thing walking this close to them. Anyway, just thought I'd do a quick video, and I'll add in later the piece of sea glass and some of the stuff we found. Well, I found a couple big agates, which is really neat. We're learning a little bit about that. The rocks and the geology here at this particular beach is fascinating. Anyhow, I'm going to sign off for now. I might add a little more later to the video. We'll talk soon. Look at the size of this tree stump. It's at least 6 to 7 feet across. You can only imagine how big this tree was before it got deposited here on this beach or slid down this cliff. Who knows? Anyway, the weather's changing, and you can see up ahead why it's important to come at low tide or you'll get trapped down on this beach. My wife and I are about the only two people out here. Very interesting formations. From my understanding, these were pushed this way south from Canada, buried by a 3,000-foot ice sheet or a glacier about 15 or 20,000 years ago. Although I'm not an expert, obviously, I'm not a geologist, but that's what I've read. From where I'm standing, this is about, I'd say 150 feet, 100 feet. Anyhow, this is Mcdonald Creek, where it flows out into the Dungeness Wildlife Refuge. This is the Strait of Juan de Fuca. Been here many times. We come down here to collect agates. It's quite a walk. It's from the top of the Dungeness wildlife area where the campground and whatnot is way down there at the top of the hill. You come down this hill. The first time we've made it all the way down to the creek, which is really neat. Lots of birds taking bird baths in there. You can see it comes down from Squim. Two beautiful eagles. Most likely a breeding pair.
They're sending us farewell and saying good luck.
Yep. The cliffs just continue to erode. If you look closely, you can see the dirt just coming down.